What's good, everybody? You know, it's your boy Menace from the InternetSmarks. I had to stop by real quick and drop you off my Monday Night Raw recap for last night's Raw. I don't even know how to react to this stuff anymore. I'm gonna just try to keep it cool and only get hype if hype stuff happen. And if hype stuff doesn't happen, I'm just not gonna care. That's how I'm gonna run things from now on. Cause it's getting ridiculous with the whole flip flopping. We get a little bit of good action, and then the rest it always goes back to shit. So they started off first with Roman yesterday. I thought it was going to be a fight. Nope. Gets interrupted right away by Authority. And then here we go with the long ass talking segment. I'm not going to get into it. All we get out of the segment is a match of Roman versus Rusev. No, Roman versus KO in a cage match. And then it was going to be Seth Rollins against Rusev because they were both the guys that interfered in the main event the week before. Both matches pointless because none of them lead up to anything except a chance that someone could have got hurt before the pay-per-view. KO and Roman having a cage match didn't get Roman any number one contender spot or any future title shot. He's facing Rusev. So why did... I don't know. It's the same thing with Seth and Rusev, but we're starting to see the transition of Seth going from heel to face. And they're doing a lot of things to make it happen. Like... as far as crazy moves and just him, the way that he talks, he's doing it real smart. He's doing what Roman can't. That's what I said last night, and I'm saying it again. Roman cannot transition from face to heel properly. He's going from heel to face like it's nothing. But they started off the night. It was the match with Rusev against Rollins. It was a double count out. They just ended up beating each other up all the way out to where the announcer's table was. Rusev was going to try to do something. I don't know. I guess try to put him through a table. I don't know what was going to happen. But long story short, Seth ended up getting on the announcer's table and diving off onto Rusev. That was the first part of his, switching over. And in the speech that he had with Stephanie McMahon about why they went about choosing Kevin Owens over him and how he doesn't believe that Stephanie didn't know what Triple H had planned, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, double count out. Nobody wins, and Rollins pulls off his first crazy move to get the crowd behind him starting now. They followed that up by Braun Strowman killing Sin Cara. That's it. They tried to make it seem like Sin Cara was going to make a comeback because he asked for a rematch and he just got smoked again. So I don't get what was the purpose of that. Or what they're trying to prove with Braun if they just keep having him beat up nobodies. We're not going to get nothing out of this. By the time they give him real competition, nobody's going to want to see him anymore. And this is where Raw and SmackDown mess up with a lot of things. WWE, period. But it is what it is. Followed that up with a tag team match. Charlotte and Dana against Sasha and Bayley. And beforehand, there was a whole thing where they were trying to make it that there was no number one contender because both of the ladies' shoulders were pinned to the ground when Bayley and Sasha ended up having that pinning situation. At the end of the day, they just made it a triple threat match. And the Night of Champions pay-per-view. Clash of Champions, sorry. And yeah, so it just turned into a triple threat match now. Nothing really big about that. I'm really tired of Dana. Dana's just like the worst. Like, how can you look tough after letting Charlotte just push you around like a punk all the time? Even though Dana was the reason why they ended up winning the match. He grabbed on Sasha's ankle, I believe. Or Bayley. I don't remember which one it was. But she grabbed on somebody, helped Charlotte get the win. Get back on Charlotte's good graces, I guess, after getting beat up by Charlotte for the past 2 weeks. Verbally and physically. But everything's all good now, I guess. They followed that one up with Bo Dallas against a jobber. This whole thing of trying to repackage people and push them with jobbers, I hate it. But they feel it's working. I don't know why. Skip that. Continuing the Cesaro and Sheamus story is tied up 3-3. Why would we even talk about the match? It's the same two guys that have been fighting each other 6 times now, going on 7, actually 9. But hey, who's counting, right? Followed that up with a Jericho segment coming out talking about he had a list of things. Shout out to the GOAT heel for his new list. But it just turned into a weird moment where all these tag teams ended up coming out. And then Sami Zayn. And then it turned into a 10-man tag team match. The main group was New Day, Enzo, Cass, and... Right? New Day, Enzo, Cass... Who the heck? Oh yeah, Enzo, Cass, and Sami Zayn. Sorry, there was so many of them in that ring. I forgot who the heck was involved in the match. They just went back and forth, a bunch of everybody fighting everybody. It finished off with Enzo and Cass getting the win for their team with the boom, whatever, bada boom, shakalaka, whatever they call that shit. So the moves is just getting ridiculous with the names now. They followed this by my favorite part of the night, the Cruiserweights match. Good and bad. I hate the fact that they took so long with the introductions. Like, why? Why did you have to do that? We already know who they are. Majority of people already know. Majority of the fans that they have the network, we know who the heck was in the match. You could have did a highlight. They could have just did highlight videos during the whole night, which they did introduction videos during the night, and then still they had to do a whole long 10-minute introduction of each one of them before the match got started. They gave them a good 15 minutes. I liked the match extremely. Those guys put on like I knew they would. They don't take no cheap shots. Everything is balls to the wall. Like, just go in. Everybody wants to win. Kendrick ended up putting the win over the other three. It was Cedric Alexander, Swan, and Grand Metalik. They all put on a fire match, but Kendrick ended up winning. He's got that whole, sneaky personality. Gets in there in the last minute and pulls off the win type thing. He got to get whatever he can now, because soon he'll be retiring anyway. I don't know if I was too happy about him winning the match, but according to his character, it worked out. I didn't like the way they changed the name of his move either. Like, it was the Captain's Hook now, and it was the Bully Choke in the CWC, and I like Bully Choke more. Personal preference. But still, fire match. Just the introduction to it sucked. And why did they have to have a commercial between? I don't know. I don't know how much action we missed with that commercial break. But it is what it is. Last, and I don't even want to say but not least, because it really wasn't that crazy, was the Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns cage match. Regular old match, they put on whatever. The finish was stupid. It was Roman climbed over, KO went through the doors, and somehow Roman touched the floor first and wins the match. What does it do? Nothing. But, of course, here comes Rusev again to interfere. After the match was over, they drag Roman back into the cage and close the cage. And here comes the new the new heel turn face, Rollins, running down and saves Roman. So here we go with the new Shield connection again. Shout out to Seth, though, because he's pulling it off. Oh, yeah, and before I forget, he dived off the top of the cage on both Rusev and KO, which was the finisher, which is fire. So again, two moments where he had the crazy move that got him over with the crowd, and the speech that he had against Stephanie, which pretty much everything he said would make the fans love you. It could be the worst nightmare of the Authority. Who doesn't want to hear that? Because he knows, who else knows you better than somebody that was part of the team before? And he says he knows everything they're thinking before they do it, but I mean, not so much because you didn't see that KO thing coming. But, hey. Well, yeah, so far that's all I got for Raw. Tonight we got SmackDown Live. We'll see what goes down on this one. I'm not really too on point of what the matches are for tonight, so I'm just gonna follow along with everybody else. We'll be live tweeting on the InternetSmarks1, Twitter at InternetSmarks1, so you can follow us on there. Make sure you comment on our videos, like, subscribe, and yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. More recaps, more InternetSmarks, more seeing how I'm annoyed about the Authorities doing. As long as they don't change, I can't change what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, InternetSmarks, your boy Menace. Salute.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at InternetSmarks1 for all news, rumors, and updates for everything WWE, as well as live tweets for all WWE programming.